This video here may be the most relevant to any of you out there that have gone through a period of great transformation. Any of you out there that have decided to consciously embark on your weight loss journey, your self-improvement journey, your spiritual journey, what have you. No matter what journey you are walking, this question that I want to propose to you is, have any of you ever felt underwhelmed by the path that you've chosen, right? Like, for example, you were going to lose weight and you know that you have to take this supplement, you have to eat these foods, you have to do this set of exercises, and you were guaranteed that you were going to lose 50 pounds in a week, right? You go through the regimen, you're doing everything that you're doing, you're losing some weight, you're feeling a little fresh, but when you hit that 1 week or that timeline that they gave you, you were nowhere near that, and you've been putting your blood, sweat, and tears into this. For those of you that embarked on your spiritual journey and they tell you that everything is sunshine and rainbows and bask in the light and all that type of stuff, but there's a little piece of you in the back, that's still saying, but what about the darkness? I learned about these universal principles. I learned about duality and polarity. Why am I only focused on the light? Wouldn't only focusing on one side kind of leave me out of balance? But when you focus on the light, you still feel underwhelmed. You still feel like there's so much more to learn. This is a question that always pops up into my head. This is always one of those things. Am I walking the right path? Am I doing things right? Am I being tricked? Am I being fooled? Am I being played for the fool? All that type of stuff. There's so many prolific speakers out here. There's a lot of confident people out here, but are they accurate? Then the follow-up with that question, they may be generally accurate, but is the information that they are presenting beneficial for you, right? You see, the reason why a lot of us have hit this wall is because you are going through the natural progression of things. When you first embark on something, whether it's weight loss or learning a new language, learning a new skill, your spiritual journey, whatever, in the beginning, you are a sponge because you don't know anything yet. You have to learn through experience, but at first you have to kind of like act without knowing exactly what you're doing. You kind of have to get the train moving. That positive momentum, it needs to be built in that direction, right? So when you are in the sponge phase, you're learning new terms, you're learning new exercises, you're learning new processes. You're starting to pay attention to certain people's names that are big in the field and stuff like that. It's fun. Just like a romantic relationship, you're in the honeymoon phase, when everything is fun and interesting and all that type of stuff. But then you inevitably get to the point where you start to believe that you know a little something, right? This could be spirituality, this could be weight loss, weight gain, it don't matter. You start to hear so many things over and over that you start to pay attention to these things. And as you start to walk the path, you start to gain experience. And now you can gain this, you can mix the practice and this experience together to form your own conclusions. Now that's the big key for some people. Some people don't ever come to their own conclusions. They need other people to think for them and put everything on them, put everything out there for them on a silver platter. I don't know how to do this. Can I substitute this with that? It's your body, it's your journey, it's your mission. Do what you need to do to get there. You see what I'm saying? But after the honeymoon phase, you start to apply your own things, and this is where people tend to start asking questions. You see, I grew up Christian Baptist, and even as a child, most of that stuff didn't make sense to me. But as I began to walk my own path and my own path of self-knowledge, I gained knowledge from the light and the dark, and both sides start to make some sense. You see? And then when you start to learn about the occult and just simple metaphysical practices, you start to realize that the Bible is talking about these same things that predated Christianity. So when you really start to use your own brain with the new things that you're learning, sometimes you have to go revisit the old and see, okay, what was this inspired? What twist did they make? This and that and the third. Because if you try to walk one path, whether this is weight loss, okay, weight loss, you think that running is the only thing that you have to do to lose weight. Spirituality, let's go with religion. You think that Islam is the only religion that you can follow. Spirituality, you think that the left-hand path is the only thing that you can follow. You're always going to be left astray because just one path. That's one perspective. That's like talking to one friend to get a whole gauge of the entire world. Your best friend that you've known since you were 6 years old, sure, can give you some insight, but that's just one person. Just like how that one person, the microcosm and the macrocosm, that one person is the equivalent of one way of doing things. I work in construction. People say, oh, you need to build this first and then that. But then someone that has 30 years of experience will tell you, no, we build that first and then we build that. And they can explain it from A to Z. If you had stayed in that one train of thought, then you will have never thought to yourself, oh, wait, we can do this another way. That's why I'm always so vocal against, organized religion, because they want you to do it, not even the way of the word of the Lord, the Bible, the Quran, the Torah. There's always a bit of that, but then it becomes this isolated thing where it's just how your church does it, just how this certain denomination does it. You see what I'm saying? You have to begin to ask these questions. If you don't ask questions, if you don't challenge things, you will continue to be led astray over and over, and you'll keep finding yourself in, damn, is what I'm doing right? I have asked that with everything that has made me into the man that I am today. I still ask questions about. I still hit that brick wall sometimes. Whether it's spirituality, whether it's cryptocurrency, whether it's philosophy, whether it's semen retention, whether it's calisthenics. Like, I ask questions about everything because I'm always open to something new that give me that leg up. Sometimes you may be 90% into one way of thinking, but then you need those trace minerals, kind of like your body with trace mineral drops. Most of the things that a lot of the human the regular American diet especially is lacking in. You need these trace minerals to make everything work appropriately. You need those few percents from there and there and there and there to enhance what you've already known. But a lot of people don't like to mix and match. They want to find that one resource, that one page on Instagram, that one Twitter page, that one religion, that one spiritual practice, that one occult sect, that one thing. And I'm just saying, no, you can't do that. I mean, you can do whatever you want. But I'm just saying, if you don't want to keep running into this question, you need to always have different perspectives. You need to get your information and your knowledge from everyone and everything. You need to learn from your enemy. You need to learn from the people that you don't like just as much as the people that you like. When you only talk to your people, you are going to inevitably, and we're all here, I'm not saying that I'm above it, you're going to establish some level of bias. Right? This is the same bias that made us trust the science, where we only trusted one half of the science that they allowed on mainstream media, but the people that were giving us the real science were getting silenced. For anyone that has the eyes to see clearly, to pay attention to the people that they silenced. They let you talk on music. I'm going on a rant, but whatever. In music, they talk about shake that ass, ho, murder, 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 kill, kill, kill. I like to do drugs. I like to do this, that, and the third because I'm a real nigga. I'm a real gangster. I'm a rock. I scream. I say screw the law. I screw everything. I'm my own renegade. I don't know how to work with people. They will blast that from the speakers. But you challenge a scientific document of one too many times and they block your channel. They shadow ban you. They give you strikes. They wipe some people completely off of the internet. And then for some people's discoveries, they wipe some people off of the planet. You see what I'm saying? That is why that there comes a point that you always have to walk your own path. You have to, at a certain point, start to make your own rules where some of the other ones don't quite make sense. But even with the rules that you establish for yourself, you need to be open and malleable to them, because if you stay with only what's provided to you, if you stay a consumer, you will only know what is given to you. But when you walk off the beaten path and you start to find your own way, that's when you break through this inevitable wall of doubt. Am I doing the right thing? Am I walking the right path? As long as you're moving forward, you're winning. It's just that simple. Hopefully my ramblings made some type of sense here, but till the next one.